This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome back to my tutorial. So in this session, we'll understand what is Einstein analytics, the introduction of it, and how Einstein analytics going to help us to use AI powered implementation to visualize or to have intelligence and visualization of my Salesforce data. Okay, and the predictions and recommendation by analyzing the Salesforce data and external data for the future forecast. So when you say Einstein analytics, let's understand what is Einstein analytics and why we need Einstein analytics. So two things we are going to discuss in this session. So what is this Einstein analytics and how or why we need Einstein analytics? We have in the Salesforce inbuilt report, inbuilt dashboards, but still why should we go for Einstein reporting or Einstein using EA or Einstein analytics? Why you need to create the dashboards? And what are the features we have and how we can build Einstein analytics? So let's understand what is Einstein analytics in Salesforce first. Okay. Then we'll discuss why we need Einstein analytics. The 2 points we're going to discuss in this session. Why Einstein analytics and why we need Einstein analytics to use and what exactly this is. Everybody talks about Einstein analytics and what are the features we have. Why do we need? Let's see that. So when I say Einstein analytics, it's completely a cloud-based business intelligence and visualization platform. Let me make a note for you. It's a cloud-based business and business intelligence and visualization tool, or I can say it's a platform from Salesforce. Okay, it's a cloud-based business intelligence and visualization platform. So what it can do, it's designed to give insight from your existing data. So that means if I have data, it may be in the Salesforce, maybe from external database or from anywhere. This platform I can use to get the insight from my existing data, designed to give you insights from your existing data. Okay, this is the main thing we do. So also with that, as I am saying, this Einstein analytics allows you to explore all of your data quickly and easily by providing AI-powered advanced analytics in Salesforce. Simply, I can say this Einstein analytics is nothing but it's a artificial intelligence powered advanced analytics tool. Analysis in Salesforce. So that kind of thing we can do with my Einstein analytics. See, the data what we have in Salesforce. So we can manage the data using the data sets. We can query also the data using SQL. Nothing but we can say Salesforce Analytics query language. Okay, and we can customize our dashboards programmatically. So all these things we can do using AI. Simply, I can say we can manage your data sets. You can query using SQL. We know SQL and SSL. Then we have something called SQL, Analytics Query Language, or you can say that. Okay, I'll talk more detail about this. What is SQL and how to use it. SQL, and also you can customize dashboards. The reporting dashboard how you create in Salesforce till now, we can customize the dashboard by programmatically. We'll see how this platform helps for this. So simply say, whenever somebody say what is Einstein Analytics, it is a cloud-based business intelligence and visualization platform from Salesforce, which is designed to give you insight from your existing data. Okay. Also, it provides the prediction and the recommendations by analyzing your Salesforce data, or it may be the external data. So what more we can do? It provides inbuilt, it provides the prediction and recommendations mechanism. If I have set of data, I can predict what's going to happen in future. Okay, prediction and recommendations by analyzing your existing Salesforce data or external data also. Wherever data may decide. It may be external database or it may be in Salesforce. So this AI platform, Einstein Analytics, uh, can predict and recommend based on what data you have. So it's a cloud-based business intelligence tool, which we can use to using SQL or programmatically to manage your data set or dashboards to predict and recommend based on what data you have either in Salesforce local database or maybe in the external data set. Okay, so this is nothing but what we can do in Einstein Analytics. So in the same way, so as you are working in Salesforce, you already familiar with Salesforce reports and dashboards. So if see the report and dashboard what you build in Salesforce, it's quite different than the dashboards what we will build using Einstein Analytics. Okay, so if you're familiar with Salesforce report and dashboard, you may need to forget how you do any Salesforce reporting dashboard when you're going to this Einstein Analytics dashboards, because the concept of building this Einstein analytic dashboard is completely, or you can say, more different than how you're building your standard Salesforce dashboard. It's completely different. We'll see what are the difference and how we are going to build it. But do not stick like how you create a dashboard in Salesforce or report in the same way you are going to use in Einstein Analytics. It's completely different. Okay, we'll see what are the difference and how we are going to create it. Okay, but for now it's just to remember, it's lot of difference is there when you compare your Salesforce provided dashboards how you build till now is quite different than Einstein Analytics dashboard. So the Einstein Analytics dashboard, when you say we can pull the data directly from Einstein Analytics data source. I'm not saying I will pull the data from Salesforce database. What we can do, this Einstein Analytics, what going to do? So the Einstein Analytics dashboard, what you are going to create, okay, it will pull the data. I'm just giving the overview of it, okay, and we'll go in detail how it is going to happen. Pull data directly from Einstein Analytics data source. We'll talk about more what is Einstein Analytics data source and from where we can configure and how I can pull the data to build my Einstein Analytics dashboard. Okay, so the data whatever you want, all the data going to store in Einstein Analytics data source. You are not going to get the data like your account object directly how you store in Salesforce database. Instead of that, the data you are going to get for your Einstein Analytics, if you are going to build a dashboard, the data you will get from Einstein Analytics data source only. Okay, it's not directly from this Salesforce database like account object, contact object. If you want to report, the data should be in the Einstein Analytics data source. Okay, so if you see when I say Einstein Analytics, so on top of that, all about the Einstein. In the Salesforce, Einstein Analytics is a platform itself. It's a platform. As I said, it's a cloud business intelligence and visualization platform. So Einstein Analytics is a platform by itself. The data, whatever you have, it's stored on its own platform. So I said the Einstein Analytics dashboard will pull data directly from Einstein Analytics data source. Okay, so the data is stored on its own platform, not stored in Salesforce. So that means only the data needed by dashboard must be stored into Einstein Analytics. Okay, if you want to report data from the account object, contact opportunity, or any object from your Salesforce, maybe standard or custom, the data you have to incorporate or store in Einstein Analytics. So that means all the data whatever you have in Salesforce, you cannot or it cannot be available for Einstein Analytics. So what data you want, you can put in your Einstein Analytics platform. So in some cases, we may need to query my real-time data. Let's consider I have some I like in the end of day or some certain time, I am putting my data into my Einstein Analytics platform. So what I say, the data whatever you have, it should be in EA platform. So if I want to do some analysis on my Salesforce data, so we are going to put that data in my EA platform, Einstein Analytics platform. But sometimes what happens, you may need the real-time data to analyze or to do something. Okay, so that time what you do, whenever you need that kind of data, we can query it in the real time from the local Salesforce data, which we can use. So for that we have something called from query language we can use. I'll show you how it happens. If you want to, if you want to analyze your real-time data, then what you do, you will be able to query the real-time local Salesforce data from Einstein and Analytics also with using the query language. Okay, so that kind of thing. And if I build this dashboard using Einstein Analytics, where I can use, see there are, I'll show you all the points where we are going to get it. But as Einstein Analytics is a platform provided by Salesforce. It's completely provided by Salesforce for us, okay, to analyze and predict my data. So what happens here? So as Einstein is a Salesforce product, so what happens? So easily we can embed this Einstein Analytics dashboard what you create into many places. Like if you want to access in Lightning App Builder, simply we can use this Einstein Analytics dashboard through Lightning App Builder also. Okay, so we'll see how that's going to happen and what are the options we have, like what are the applications we can use or what are the tabs provided by Salesforce to use Einstein, like Analytics tab or Analytics Studio. That we'll discuss in detail. Something like we have Analytics Studio, some kind of app I'll show you, and how I have my Analytics tab to use. That also I'll explain in upcoming sessions. Okay. So more detail we'll see in our upcoming sessions what the things we can do. So now, okay, we understood Einstein Analytics nothing but it's a cloud-based business intelligence and visualization platform to analyze or to predict our data. Okay, and the data which we are going to predict, it will be stored on my Einstein Analytics platform. So now my question is that as we have a report and dashboard, why should we go for Einstein Analytics? Why I need to use my Einstein Analytics? Why should we need this? So can't I do the same thing using my report and dashboard? Okay, so Einstein, if you go to report and dashboard, there is a like in the Salesforce report and dashboard, there is limitations how many records you can get or how many rows you can take a report, and when you generate the report, what things you can do. So now, but when you say Einstein analytics and I'm going to analyzing my data, so I may have a huge number of data set. Okay, so Einstein Analytics is designed to handle million of records, or you can say if your data have million of rows, if I want to analyze, I can use my Einstein Analytics. Simply, I can say it's completely designed, okay, to handle. If you have million of rows, it will be difficult for you to analyze the informations using normal Salesforce report and dashboard. But Einstein Analytics is designed to handle million of records, so therefore it can be handle interactive dashboard and present the chart in fraction of seconds. Okay, so it's so simple to handle millions of records. Okay, so let me show you the difference between the normal report what you have or report and dashboard or in with context of Einstein Analytics. Let me make a quick table for it. Okay, if you go, let me have it. Okay, comparison between report and dashboard, what you have till now, reports and dashboards with Einstein Analytics. So what are the differences here and where I am going to use which one? Okay, so let me see. So now, if you are using the report, let me create table for you, which will be easy. Few of information will do the comparison here. Okay. So let's see. The first, I'm saying what are the features we have in Einstein analytics. And second column, I'll specify in currently what reports and dashboard you use, what thing we can do, which is feasible in report and dashboard, and what is not feasible in my Einstein analytics or whatever things. What comparison we have, let's see it. Okay, let it is fine. Okay, so now see, first point, when you create a report and dashboard or when you want to get a dashboard, so you have some underlying data. On top of the data, you are going to do it. So from where I can get my data source? Can you create a report from the, or can you create a dashboard from any external data source? If your data is not exist in Salesforce, can you create a report or dashboard? Not at all. So when you go to report and dashboard, it need the data source should be from Salesforce. Apart from Salesforce, you have some external data. Let's say you stored in some other servers or other database. Can you do some dashboard on top of that? We cannot do using my standard report and dashboard. But using Einstein analytics, you can do report from your external database and also from Salesforce. Okay, from both the places you can do the reporting or you can build dashboards. So data source in Einstein analytics can be external and Salesforce, but in report and dashboard you can use only Salesforce. So how many level of relationships I can use? Okay, so in report and dashboard, if you see, we can use maximum 3 levels of relationships to get my data. But in Einstein analytics, you can go to multiple levels. Okay. So how many records we can use in my report and dashboard? If you see, whenever build a report, you just display first 2K records, 2K records will be displayed. But in Einstein Analytics, you can display 1 billion and above. So see the number of records what I'm going to handle in Einstein Analytics is more. Okay. So when the data is going to available. Okay. So see in report and dashboard, the data will available in real time. Okay. But as I say, Einstein Analytics is itself a platform where you store the data. If I want to do a reporting on my account, contact, and opportunity, for example, so the data which in Salesforce, it should be incorporated or stored in my Einstein Analytics platform. So for that reason, what we do, the data availability will be based on the schedule. We may have some schedule which will pull my data from my Salesforce to my Einstein Analytics platform, and from there we can build my dashboard. Okay, so the data what stored in my report or dashboard and structure and my Einstein Analytics in what structure that will see. So the data what is going to store in these both places is in quite different mechanism. So the data are stored in a operation database, but here the data stored in a big data object. Like if I want account record, the dashboard on account object, I can go to my operation database like account object and I can get in time of report and dashboard. But whenever I want to report from using Einstein Analytics, the data should be placed in a big data or big object. We use big object or big data there. Okay, so so for this data, what you do for report dashboard analytics, is there any mobile app which we can use? Okay, so there is a mobile app for analytics which we can use, which you can download from Android, Google Play Store, or iOS. Anywhere you can use analytics mobile app, or here directly we can use our Salesforce mobile app to get my data. Correct. So how are the data we are going to load in the, like what kind of API supports to load the data? for report and dashboard, the data we use to get using the SOAP or REST or bulk API. But in external analytics, what we do, we use REST and external data API. So these are the very basic differences between Einstein and Rich and Report Dashboard. Bing itself is a platform who is designed to give you insight from your existing data, okay, which you can do by creating data set, by writing some kind of query language, which you can do programmatically dashboards, and data you stored in your EA platform. So what happens? This kind of you can analyze from where you want to get data and what kind of thing you want to do on dashboards. You can use your Einstein analytics. If your data stores like a huge number of data, you can simply we can go to your Einstein analytics, which can get data from external database and Salesforce. You can do the reporting based on multiple levels also. The data is stored in big data format, okay, like a big object we use. The data will import or incorporate into Einstein Analytics platform based on schedule. Some schedule will define. I'll show you all the things, how we are going to do, how we are going to load data, everything I'll show you. This is the basic difference between report and dashboard and Einstein Analytics. And we understood what is Einstein Analytics, okay, and why you are going to use my Einstein Analytics. All these things. So next we'll see for using this Einstein Analytics, what kind of environment and for what kind of licenses we need or what kind of permissions we need. So we'll discuss each step by step. Okay, in next session, let's see about the licensing informations and the permissions what we need. Okay, then we'll see what more thing we can do on top of these Einstein analytics. Thank you. Stay tuned for the next session.